right, welcome back to the Full Court Press. Eric Frantz and Amaje Salveson, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan, streaming, and also on our mobile app. Happy to have us joining us on the Full Court Press. Now is, of course, Utah State basketball great and will be a Aggie Hall of Famer when it's all said and done in his career. Justin Bean joins us here. Justin, hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, guys. Pleasure to be on. Thanks for calling me and not forgetting about this old guy.
Yeah, guy has a few records.
Some old guy.
Yeah, in the Mountain West Conference and a few Aggie records as well. Hard to forget.
Some old guy who never did anything.
Yeah, right? Just
Has
some walk-on
The 20s fly by, man. The 20s fly.
Washed up.
Justin, I first of all, I want to congratulate you on a great Aggie career, and now you get to go participate in something that's pretty cool, the Portsmouth Invitational. Tell us how you got the invite and how that process worked out.
Yeah, well, I had heard about Portsmouth with probably about a month left in the season, and hadn't given it much thought. I mean, obviously, I was just trying to worry about just finishing the season strong with my guys at Utah State. But as soon as the season ended, I got an email that I was officially invited. I guess they take from a list of about, 1 to 150 seniors, and they kind of select from there the top 60 or so, and I was fortunate enough to be a part of that list. So here we are.
So Portsmouth Invitational, this is something that's been going on for a little while, a chance for especially seniors to play in some more games, get a little bit more attention for NBA scouts and things like that. But it's interesting how they put these teams together. You're on a group of guys that are from all over the country, and you probably haven't even had a chance to really meet with your team much yet, have you?
I haven't. No, I haven't said anything to them, communicated with them at all, and so I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'm sure we're all in the same boat, just kind of wondering, what the schedule's going to be like. And we know there's going to be some good basketball played and some good opportunities to make some noise and raise some eyebrows. So I'm looking
Do you even know who your coach is going to be, or who's going to coaching you? Who will be coaching you?
No idea. I honestly thought it would be Scotty G or Ajay or one of you guys. But they haven't told me who it is, so that's what I'm riding with for now.
Justin, you're not the only Aggie participating in this thing. Former Aggie Kobe McEwen's also on this team, as is your former teammate Brandon Horvath. In fact, do you and Brandon play each other tomorrow? Do I have that right, or did I tweet that out wrong?
Yeah. So that is to be determined. The schedule I was given said that we were playing each other tomorrow night. But again, that could be wrong because he's playing tonight as far as I know. So we'll just have to keep each other posted on that. I'm not 100% sure. That'd be really cool, though.
Yeah, tonight it's Roger Brown's Restaurant versus K&D Rounds Landscaping.
Quality teams.
And you're part of Sales Systems Limited, so we have to see who wins in those other games to see who advances. But I mean, obviously, there's these are sponsored local events that are going on. But it's a pretty interesting mix, as Ajay said, of guys who played at some pretty notable teams and power conferences, but there are a number of other Mountain West players involved with this as well. A pretty good number of guys that you have faced in conference, and some guys you even faced in your non-conference as well.
Sure. Yeah, no, there's, like I said, there's going to be a lot of good opportunities for guys to show up and have fun, and there's some really good talent here. So I know this is the first time they've done it for a couple of years with COVID, and so it's going to be definitely a great showing from players and executives. So it's going to be really fun.
Justin, aside from this invitational, what has your offseason been like as you prep to get ready to put yourself into the NBA draft?
Well, definitely, there's been a lot of important discussions, and just taking some time to be with family, be with my wife, Claire, and just kind of decompress a little bit after the season has been over. But the last few weeks have been a grind. I mean, I've still been trying to stay in shape, play 5-on-5 with the guys at Utah State. We play pickup quite often, so it's been good to be able to do that with them. And then in my off time, just getting up lots of shots, and then signing with an agency, obviously, in Chicago, who our buddy Sam is more than familiar with. And so it's been a lot of discussions and a lot of busy time, but it's been worth it for sure.
Yeah, and I know it's in the early stages of being with an agent, but how different has that been with some things that you've been able to do with like name, image, likeness and things like that? But this is very different about preparing yourself to be NBA ready and to appeal to NBA guys who are going to put you on a draft board. So what's some of the early things that they're giving back to you right now to help you get in that right frame of mind, both I guess mentally and physically?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And again, I apologize for all the airplane noises in the back. But I would say the biggest thing they've told me is just to be myself, be genuine. I'm going to have the opportunity to interview with some teams this week at Portsmouth, which is going to be a great opportunity. And I'll leave those nameless for right now. But it's going to be good just to be able to talk with them and get my foot in the door, and then hopefully show them what I can do on the court. So they told me just to be myself, keep working, and keep extending the three-point shot. And because that's been something that scouts have been impressed with just this last season, is being able to shoot the three. And so I just got to keep that momentum with me and be able to showcase that on this level.
Aggie basketball great Justin Bean joining us here on the Full Court Press. Justin is on a plane actually as we speak. So, Justin, when that plane's taking off, just tell us to shut up and we'll get off. As you mentioned, you got a sponsor, Priorities, or not sponsor, an agent in Priority Sports. Tell us how that all came about, and did you have conversations with Sam to know that you were making the right decision?
Yeah, well, obviously, I'd heard of Priority from Sam, and well, not from Sam, but they had reached out to me right after Myrtle Beach when we had beaten Oklahoma. They were the first agency to reach out to me, actually, and so that left an impression certainly on them and their trust in me and as a player and their belief in me. And so we didn't have a ton of conversations, though, to be honest. During the year, they kind of just let me be me and play and finish my year out. And then as soon as the season ended, we kind of picked up where we left off. And I just felt really good about their culture. And like I said, the most important thing was just believing in someone. And so they had that in me. And also they're not going to sugarcoat anything, and they're going to push me to be the best I can be. And they've also got some really good players coming in as well this summer that will help kind of challenge each other and be ready. So, yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer in terms of that. But Sam definitely had a good influence on me. I asked him a lot of questions about him and about his experience and heard all good things.
So that was going to be another question I had for you is, how does an agency help prepare you for an NBA draft? You said that they've communicated with you to just be yourself and what you're going through now at the Portsmouth Invitational, but do they provide resources or opportunities to go one-on-one or work with certain trainers or develop skills at a higher level? What's that process been like for you? What are they communicating to you on that?
Sure. Yeah, no, I honestly felt like I was at an orientation, just sitting at home on a Zoom call with them and just kind of learning about the process and what typically happens in the summer of a pre-NBA draft hopeful person like me. So they said I'm going to fly out in Chicago. As soon as Portsmouth's over, I'm going straight to Chicago for a month. And I'll just be doing pre-draft workouts. They've got a great skills trainer and a great strength and conditioning coach I'll be working with, nutritionist, to get my body right. And because that's just as important as the skills component of basketball, is just making sure I'm prepared physically. So they're going to help me with that. And then, I'll just be looking forward to flying out to different cities and doing workouts with teams in the latter part of May and early June before the draft. So.
Hey, Justin, I had a chance to just casually chat with Coach Dixon last night just to say hi and check on him, and had a great conversation. What was your relationship with Coach Dixon like? Because it seemed like you two were incredibly close, even just after one season together.
You bet. Yeah, I mean, the thing about every single coach on staff and assistant and everyone is just how personable they are and how loving they are. Truly, just from the first moment they all stepped foot in Utah, I could feel that they really cared about us and were going to take this opportunity that they had to coach us with everything they had. And so Dixon's been an amazing mentor and a friend, and I just can't say enough good things about him. And he has such a passion for the game and for recruiting. He's obviously a people person, and he can develop relationships with anybody. So it's really valuable to have someone like that.
And then, Justin, final question for me. You're obviously moving on to other things. Brandon Horvath, he ran out of eligibility. Brock Miller just recently said that he was done with basketball. So there's some guys that are having to move on, unfortunately. But it looks like a lot of the other guys are going to be sticking around. What do you look at the roster at Utah State that will be coming back and how that team's going to be able to perform next year?
Well, I think in my experience in playing college basketball is that the most important thing that you can retain in any program is culture. And with our guys having that core group there that's coming back, that's exactly what we're going to get. And so I'm not worried about from a player development standpoint who we're getting, who's staying, and how we're going to be that way. I know we're going to be just fine in terms of the guys and the amount of talent that we have. It's just going to be a matter of working and finding the right lineups to go with the new season and all that brings. But we're definitely in good hands with Coach Odom and company and Steven and Rylan and Verso and all those guys coming back, Max Schulga. So I think the Aggie fans are going to be pleasantly surprised and maybe even surprised that with the same lineup, some of the same lineups we have coming in. But, I just I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can bring and also bringing in Taylor Funk to the mix, too. It's going to be exciting.
Justin, final thing for me is not a question but a comment. I think on behalf of Eric and I want to tell you thanks for all you did for Utah State University. Look, you had about a billion good reasons if you wanted to transfer out of Utah State, and you decided to stick around for your senior year with the Aggies, and you're a great example and who you are as a person, man. Couldn't tell you anymore how much we appreciate you and wish you the very best. If anybody deserves success, it's you, man. We wish you all the best, and stay safe and stay healthy.
Hey, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Love Logan, love Utah State, love the Aggies, love you too. Appreciate it.